Welcome back to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks again for joining us. Our guest is Eric Martinez. You can watch Eric right now on the Encore Network in the feature film Love Lies Bleeding. We'll talk more about his work later on. But first, I want to talk to you about an organization that means a lot to you. And it's called Find a Dream. Tell us about it.
Find a Dream is an organization that was founded by Rod Riccardi out of New Jersey. And it's an organization that basically mentors and helps create, platforms of success for, kids who normally wouldn't have a chance at their dreams, whether it be sports, movies, films, school, college.
And I know that you specifically take this very seriously. You, in addition to being an actor, an accomplished actor, you also are a motivational speaker. I mean, this means a lot to you.
Yes.
Why?
Because I think, being in this business, I feel like, and I've always said this, if I ever had an opportunity where I was successful enough to have a voice, I would use it for good. And I think it's important, for people that have that type of celebrity status to use their voice and help others. I think, in this day and age with so much going on, I think it's important to, serve others as well as you serve yourself. You
talk about celebrity status, and the reality is that celebrities can inform positive change.
Absolutely.
We know that. And we look at children throughout America, and the obesity rates are rising. And they're rising specifically amongst Latino children.
Right.
And as a result, you are involved in an organization called Viva Informa. Tell us about that and how you're working to battle childhood obesity.
Well, I was approached by Cesar Rolón and Arabel Rosales, who are the founders of Viva Informa, also Latino Fashion Week. I was hosting out there a couple years ago, and they told me about this organization that they were starting in coalition with Michelle Obama's Get Fit program.
Nice.
So when they told me about it, I felt the same way. I think, in this day and age, there's so many children who don't get enough exercise, and a lot of it has to do, listen, Xbox, the Wii's, they've made it pretty easy to just, hang back. When they asked me to be involved, I thought it was a great organization, and I wanted, same thing, even with my children, I like to have them active.
In addition to the activity that's so necessary, I mean, let's face it, I love me my Mexican food.
Yes.
And it is carb loaded. And, there's a lot of fats and carbs and stuff.
Yes.
And, it's part of the culture. And so how do you talk to the Latino community in a way that's not seen as offensive, but seen as really meant to help?
Well, I think the thing is, too, it's important to understand that, being that is our culture, and the food is a tremendous part of that. I think, it's about portion control. We're not trying to change people into Olympic athletes. We're just saying, look, take care of yourself, because as you get older, the older you get, the harder it is to take that weight off. So
yeah, we know that.
And if you start young and you start establishing, a routine with your children, You have
children as well?
Yes, I do.
And how do they take that message? Tell dad to, be quiet?
Well, no, my kids are very, very active. I just had a newborn on April Fool's Day.
Well, literally?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That's great.
And I have a 14-year-old and a 6-year-old, and they're extremely active. They play sports year-round, and I'm an advocate of that. And when they're not playing sports, they're out, cleaning the yard.
Let me tell you, it's tough. I have 2 daughters, and they love their Wii, and they love their Disney Channel, and it can be very challenging to get them going. I want to talk about some more stuff that's going on in the life of Eric Martinez. You have a film coming out this summer called Vicious Joe.
Right.
Are you Vicious Joe?
Yes, I'm Vicious Joe.
You're such a nice guy. How could that be? Take off the hat and it's all over?
It's all over. It's funny because everything that I get cast for, people see my work and they're like, wow, you're like, in Love Lies Bleeding, you're terrible, you're vicious, and all the stuff that you do. But then we meet you, and you're this little guy that's real humble and real nice. And I actually like that. I like that shock and awe value. I like for people to see my work and go, wow, man, that dude is crazy. And then they meet me, and they're like, you're totally opposite from that. And that's what Vicious Joe is. It's kind of a throwback to the 1950s sci-fi thrillers.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, all black and white. So it's
very cool. Very cool. His name is Eric Martinez. Thank you so much for what you're doing for the children of America. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Brad Pomerance. We're going to send you back to HLN.
Bravo 2, this is Ripper 19. We're being cut to pieces. We got tanks in the wire and we're bingo on ammo. We need immediate backup. Where the heck are you?
Got a hold up, Ripper. My mom's streaming a cheesecake demo and my sister's redesigning her blog again. You're gonna have to hang tight till they log off. Sorry, dude.
Over.
Don't let your family hold you back. With Charter Internet, you get faster speeds with more bandwidth, so everyone can do what they want, when they want.